And welcome back to Sally Jesse River. I
can't stand her.
What is up, everybody? Smoking Word episode 8.
8.
Wow.
Stop. Wow.
The number
not episode 8.
The number 8.
It is. That's my favorite number for sure.
Y'all, this crazy.
The number 8 is abundance.
Wait to tell my best friend this.
See?
It's the number of abundance.
Yeah.
And she was reflecting on her life like 8 years ago this and everything's changing. She gonna lose her mind.
2024 is 8.
Big 8.
I love it.
2024 is 8. So
my heart.
It's a year of abundance for us all.
Yeah.
So let's begin and open this episode.
Welcome back, y'all.
Yes.
We are obviously
we're flowing in
great. the energy is all swell right now.
It is. So we want to welcome our next guest, the world renowned.
Ooh.
Yes, period. Lauren Elyse.
Yes.
Welcome to Smoking Word Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you. So just tell us a bit about who you are, what you do, and what you have going on right now.
Yeah. So my name is Lauren Elyse. I am a singer, songwriter, wine snob, mother, lover, friend. I'm an artist. Presently, I am in a space of reconnecting with my artistry, which requires that I go a little deeper within and disconnect with a lot of outside things. So I'm spending a lot of time at home. I'm at home. I keep saying that. I'm in the house. But I'm not just in the house chilling. I'm creating, I'm reflecting, and I am chilling. I deserve to chill too.
Chilling is important.
All the good things, which has, I say all that to say, has led me to drop a new single.
Yes!
And this new single was completely 100% artist led.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
In that, I'm not mentally and emotionally, I'm not where I was a few years ago. There was a lot going on. A lot became business, right? Mm-hmm. When your passion becomes your work, we all say we want that. And it's a beautiful thing in a certain space. But it has to be in a certain space. And when it gets out of control, when what you love becomes a job, it can take away from the passion and the integrity of it. So when I say I'm back, I'm reconnecting with my artistry. I'm just kind of shift away from it being just about a check. Because my calling is not about a check. It's not a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
So I'm in a good space with that. I dropped Rose Days, now available on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
And it's just a good vibe.
Stream it. We will
it's
link it below.
Shit.
We will link it below so y'all can listen to it. We just listened to it. Beautiful vibe.
Thank you.
As always.
Just as it sounds. Rose Days.
But just to kind of pivot from what you were saying, how do you feel as an artist? You do kind of regroup and ground yourself again and kind of take that space away. What are some things that you do to stay out of that I don't even know how to describe it, but I know exactly what you were talking about when you said that.
Of a certain kind, it's like
or monotony,
Yeah, in a way, I'm gonna go deeper, y'all. It's a valley. It becomes a valley. So I'm a mom too. I'm a mother of a 9-year-old. Shout out to my baby Eon.
Mm-hmm.
And motherhood it's a whole different beast. I'm always at work with that.
Yeah,
I have a whole being, my heartbeat outside of myself, and that every day is a different way of handling that reality. But I digress. I just add that level of things. I do have to. I take my rituals very seriously, and so much so I also have go to therapy. Everybody go to therapy. I'm not saying you got to be in there all day every day. I take breaks too, but I have a therapist to help me with that as well. It's important to have some sort of ritual to read, ground yourself. Because
Right.
we all get lost in the sauce. So we live in this world that is so chaotic and so full of shit that I don't believe the Most High intended for us to be doing. What my man say? We paying for apples.
What he said? Grapes.
Oh my gosh! But I felt things so deep because
it's facts.
It's a mad world and it's only getting madder. You know what I mean? But the best spiritual teachers have never told us anything different. They ain't never said the world is beautiful. No. And so you got to equip yourself with these practices. So for me, I love to read. Generally, I like to read a piece of fiction and a piece of nonfiction.
Okay.
Because a lot of the nonfiction that I do read sometimes gets heavy. You know, I'm a diehard womanist. So I'm reading Andrea Dworkin. You know what I mean? I'm reading Angela Davis. It's some shit. And I think that's important though. Like, I think those of us who are, when you're in a position to stand behind a mic and speak about things, I think that comes with a responsibility. And so I try to keep myself refreshed. You know what I mean? And keep some of those important concepts, information, lessons. If you forget, history is bound to repeat itself. So I try to reconnect with those kind of like intellectual texts to remind myself of what those before me did for us and kind of keep that somewhere in my art, you know what I mean, and in my life. What I demonstrate for my child. And I do a little fiction because that shit get heavy. I don't want to read about all that all day. Like, you be like, you gotta, it's a balance, right? Right. So I love Toni Morrison is my favorite artist, author, I should say. Just the way she carried herself, her tone is just, it was very, the epitome of womanhood to me. Spiritual texts, all that good jazz. I try to make sure I'm keeping a reading schedule. I work out. I'm not a fit girl. Like, I ain't got the best stamina, okay? I'm not running for 10 miles. But I try to keep my body moving because it's a way for me to, like, release a lot of, like, you know, lower vibrations or anxiety. I work with, you gotta be careful what you say, you know. I work with and through my anxiety often. Right. Because I'm an artist, I'm a thinker. It's always something going on up here. Yeah. I intermittently fast. I fast once a month for at least a week. And I sing. Those are like some of my grounding practices. And there are many more than that, but that's just me making it concise. Like, so when things get out of control or I feel, you know, like overwhelmed, I choose one of those to kind of go to first. Generally, it's with my diet, like doing my fast, and then everything else falls into that. And it just helps me. When I say it helps me remember who I am, I mean on a cellular level. Like, I can feel my body like, oh, this feels familiar.
Regenerating.
Absolutely.
Damn. That's deep.
Yeah. I love that though.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably wouldn't be able to list so many things that they can grasp in order to like feel safe. Yeah. And that's really what it's about.
That's really deep, and I love that.
Yeah.
So I love that list. Like, I do meditation daily, journal a lot.
Absolutely.
I do a morning stretch every day that helps me. Yeah. Also, just because I have tight areas in my body that I know. Yeah. You know, so for that reason, but also, just like you said, release and all that.
To echo off of that, Lord forgive me, I omitted those things. Sunrise prayer is my it's difficult, right? Because you be tired, you be asleep, but like, I'll wake up, my body is in a space where it'll wake me up at like 4:30 sometimes. If I know I'm tired and I'm not gonna get to 6:30, I literally will roll out of bed onto the floor and just pray right then and there, and then go back to sleep. I think that's important.
That's the spiritual hour too.
It's just, you know the vibes. The gates of heaven are open.
Yeah. And you gotta wake up with a sense of gratitude. You know, that's like the first thing I say when I wake up every morning is thank you Allah.
Yeah,
I'm waking up in a hotel,
hallelujah, absolutely,
or my house, my mama's house, wherever I open my eyes.
Absolutely,
and that helps with my anxiety too. You know, just looking at your life at a simple level. And really, really appreciating what you got. Because at the end of the day, people really out here struggling. Man. People really out here struggling. And I ain't saying I'm not.
Right. But
when you look at it,
it's levels.
It's like that cliche ass term my boss always says, it could always be worse. And it's like,
and it could.
It could.
It could.
It really could.
Gratitude.
Yes. We give thanks. We give thanks.
Man.
That's what I started the journal with. I'm thankful for, and then I don't know, I just let it flow. Whatever that day I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real.
So you were just in Italia.
I was.
Elyse.
Tell us about it, because I went last summer, but I only saw Rome, which, if you've been there, I don't know, it's very urban. It's very city, you know, which was cool. Yeah. But I would love to see the countryside and some more rural areas, which it seems like you were.
We got it in Italy. Okay?
Beautiful photos.
So I was living on your page.
I was living in the space. I'm telling you. Before I get into the details of the trip, I'll just briefly say, like, and I had this conversation earlier. I don't know who the heck I was talking to. I forgot. Anyway, I never, as a kid, like, you know, like kids be having these visions where they say, like, I can't wait to get married or whatever. Boogie was never on that. I wasn't thinking about no marriage, no husband. I wasn't thinking about where I wanted to live. I didn't have a place. And my vision, I was not like, oh, I want to move to such and such. I always visualized being this big artist and being a woman of the world. That I would just travel the world.
That's beautiful.
So the way I approach travel is very without expectation. It's my only expectation is to be absolutely floored and wondered. I look at it like Sky Daddy, like, girl, I got something to show you. Why don't me show you this? Like, Scotty just showing out. Like, thank you, Lord. Like, I just want to be, because the world is so big.
Yeah.
And there's so much, like, I haven't seen, you know? I didn't grow up with no money. We grow up, I didn't tell my mom and daddy business, but it wasn't like that. So, it's a blessing.
No,
and part of me feel like the word blessing ain't even enough. Like, it's something. God is good. So that being said, man, Italy was amazing. I just tell you something. We flew into Lake Como.
Oh.
Stayed a couple.
I
lied to y'all. Let me backtrack. That's how on the move we were. We flew into Milan.
Damn.
Spent a little time there. We took a train into Lake Como. Then we went to Tuscany. And then we went from Tuscany to... we stopped in Naples really quick. And then went into Amalfi Coast. And then we closed out in Naples to fly out.
Damn.
So we covered a lot of ground. You're familiar with Italy. Like, the train be getting you wherever you gotta go. Yeah. And we were supposed to stop in Rome. But... got a little food poisoning, got really sick, so we had to skip that because I ain't gonna make it. Yeah. So it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. The people were shockingly pleasant. The landscape was breathtaking. The wine. The wine. Let me tell you something. You get a glass of Nebbiolo here. If you find it on the wine list for like $24, we were drinking Nebbiolo by the glass for €3.
What?
Stop. And that's what I be ordering, that soda.
Dang.
Yeah. And free charcuterie.
Everywhere you
I would move there for just the food and the wine.
Yeah, the food and wine is like
just
enough.
The freshness.
And there was a stillness. We were really on the move, like, and I think my only, not criticism, I'll say my next vacation travel, I do want to have a little time. So I don't want to be, we were overseas, right? So it's like, you take advantage, because when the next time you're going to be over here, go, see it all you can. But I would like my next vacation to be a little more relax and rest versus like, gotta go. But that aside, even in the midst of moving so much, there was a stillness that was just so refreshing, like in the water, in the people, in, like, they don't rush. Like, you order food, if you gotta sit there for a minute.
I feel like that's true everywhere but the United States of America.
We are like trying to create machines out of humans. It's madness.
It is.
Your lunch in Italy could be a strong 4 hours. That's your afternoon. Mm-hmm. We're going to lunch. By the time you get home, we gotta get ready for dinner. We was there.
You go out. They not bringing you to check. They expect you to close.
Period.
They do. You literally gotta like be like, I need to pay you. So
like, hello, I'm ready. Like,
they will not give you a check. No. But I think it's not like I thought it was rude when I was. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
This American girl.
And they were like, you know, hang out. Like, where you going?
You gotta go. They really are like, where you gotta go? Relax.
Such a different way of life.
It's beautiful.
But it's like that in the Caribbean. It's like that, you know, like I said, everywhere you go, except here, people are rushing, you know. Or here, people are rushing, and it's just, it's kind of draining.
Down. Right. So I did bring that back home. If I brought anything home, it was that. And I've been, in speaking to y'all, reflecting this present moment, I'm like, oh man, I've really been incorporating that to my life.
Yeah.
I'm at home. I'm on my porch. I will wait all evening for my hummingbird to come. I'll be watching. It's so cute. And then I go in the house.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. What am I rushing?
What are you rushing? You know that meme that be like, now I see like why old ladies just used to be sitting on their porch.
Yeah. Like, it's so rewarding.
It's me. It's me.
Watching cars drive down the street. And my grandmother used to do that. Like smoking her cigarette. Just like, oh, here come the mailman. Oh, that like that ritual, or her hummingbird flying past. Yeah. It just it's such a simple existence.
But the freedom within that we think is so simplistic or like so, basic, but simplistic and basic is two different things, you know?
Yeah.
There's freedom in
but
that.
like rest, like you said, chilling, feminine energy, flow.
It's a meditation in itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Let's cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to that. Salute. As they say in
Salute.
Oh man, yeah, the food, I was definitely feeling that.
Man.
But like you said, when I went, it was like I was on a tour, so we went to London, Paris, and Rome. So it was like 10, 11 days. So it was a lot of back to back. I would love to go back to Europe and soak in it and take it really all.
Like dissect those places and do a longer stay in each. Tuscany, we spent the most time in, and so I feel like I got a good deal of that. Yeah. And it was me. It was country, hills, just good old fashioned people. It was so honestly the most beautiful place I ever seen. I was in awe.
The fact that they get to live there,
like honestly, and they are chilling. You hear me? They are chilling. They coming outside. They sweeping. They walk. They got hands behind their back. They walking their hands, looking at you, talking.
You the stranger in the neighborhood.
It felt like being around like your aunties
and
it was
great uncles and shit.
Right? And they were. It was a blessing. I don't know.
And
you know, I was speaking to a friend today. Same friend. Traveling, and I got this from another friend, but I realized the truth in it. Traveling forces you to trust the inner good of people. Especially when you go international, right? I don't know no Italian. I got Duolingo. It didn't work as quickly as I liked it to. We got to Lake Como and realized they don't have Ubers. So we stopped in for a drink. The owner's like chatting with us. We talking about how we're about to walk up. It was a 20-minute walk to our spot. He said, "You're not." I was like, "Why not?" He was like, "It's a nice day. We can just take our luggage." You don't understand. The hills are so steep. You're not going up there.
I was thinking like,
And so he's like, "Well, you know, these are locals. They're good people. They can give you a ride up." I'm like, "No." Why would we do that?
Right. Get in this stranger's car.
Right. And you get the apprehension. You do have to be.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays,
But also,
plus we're from America. It's wild.
Yeah. But also your discernment. We also be like, our fear is like, don't do it. But in talking to these people, or trying to, who even understand the language, they're kicking it. It's like they don't feel like bad people. And what would have been a grueling half-an-hour walk with luggage was a short 3-minute car ride up the hill with some cool people which want to talk about America. Like, well, what's that like? Yeah, to the best of their ability.
Right.
So it does. It forces you to trust the inner good in people, and it I don't know. I guess it just kind of helps with like your belief in the greater good of humans, because we hear so many horror stories about our nature as humans, and it ain't gotta be the tea. Like,
it's a balance within nature, just like it's a balance in everything.
Everybody ain't out to rob, steal, and
everybody ain't a predator.
It
is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a beautiful thing too.
That is.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that.
And like, what kind of like what we were just discussing with the feminine energy, learning to rest and slow down. Mm-hmm. So, our episode today, I think this guides and kind of segues right into our word of the day. The smoking word of the day. So we are all familiar with Missy Misdemeanor Elliot. Yes. Give her
it's word is never showing yet.
What a bop.
Our girl, man, the queen. And she ran the 90s. Indeed. Her creativity, her uniqueness. 2002. Yeah. She
had a long
she had a long man. All of them. The Timberland beats, R.I.P. to Magoo.
That's so crazy. I feel like we touched on that since we started this podcast so much, like
the loss of rappers.
It's so many rappers that have died, I feel, in like the last there's been like such an influx in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I would say.
It has. In their age.
And they're young, like 40, 50.
Yep, 40s and 50s. It's crazy.
So that's sad.
So R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers. Like, yeah, but Missy, like she's a bitch. So we all know that song, right? So that's our smoking word of the day. So I think nothing better than, kind of going along with the girl power vibe that we're going with, feminine energy, slowing down, relaxing, allowing. Mm-hmm. The converse of that sometimes can be described as the anger that people are getting just for you existing and being a carefree black woman.
Ooh. Speak on it, SP.
You just existing. And now she's a bitch. Mm-hmm. So Missy's going in that song. If y'all really go listen to it, Yeah. She talking like y'all talking stuff, but guess what? Like, I'm live than y'all. Like,
you can't see me, yo.
You can't see me, yo. I get on down while I shoot my flow.
She definitely was
I always love Missy.
Oh, I've always loved her.
Yeah.
I mean,
iconic.
Yes, she is truly
videos,
in the sense of the word. Like fashion, her hair, her makeup.
She was that
concepts,
girl.
videos, lyrics, beats. Like you said, she
pinpointed everything from the nitty to the gritty.
Checked every box.
The Buddha to the tuna.
Like, remember when the verses were out? I don't know why they never did. The best verses to me would have been Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes. I've been saying that forever because I feel like they both so unique. The beats, just the concepts. To me, that's her male counterpart.
Yeah, they had a long stint. They both did. Like, started off like in a group, or
like a
pairing.
I don't know who I would put her against, because I would want to see her rival someone who can also rival her as a producer and a songwriter. And I think Busta Rhymes.
And she could sing too.
And as a singer.
Yeah.
So like I would want
that is hard, because
so to that point she's a unicorn. There's not many people who can go up against Missy.
Yeah, that's true.
It has to be like Kanye or some shit.
But to your point, you're absolutely right. I might even throw like the Dream in there. He be trying to sing.
Yeah.
But somebody, who can do the things.
Yeah.
And she really is a rare.
The Dream is talented.
She
I
is
just don't feel like he has half the appeal of Missy Elliott, though.
Yeah, fair. And that's to my point. Who can go up against her?
Busta. That's why when I was like, it was just Busta that was the first person that popped in my mind, because I just felt, at least as far as style, legacy, influence.
He has some boxes to check.
Yeah.
I never heard Busta hit a note that I enjoyed.
Well, I mean, I guess they just had to do rap songs.
Yeah, it would have to be like,
I literally put that story on my that song on my story today.
That was a good track.
That was. I still play that.
Oh, yes.
On a regular basis.
Shout out to Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, for sure.
We fucks with you.
But yeah, so just existing as a woman. Let's discuss, what's up, y'all? Can we be carefree?
Can we?
Can I live?
Let me ask y'all something. Have y'all ever, truly been called a bitch?
Behind my back, never to my face.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you're probably in some... some hot ghetto mess, yeah.
But why? This is why Sasha gets on my nerves. I started thinking no.
Well.
Well. That one time. Correct. Has a man ever called you a bitch?
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy though. You could say that.
Behind my back, never to mine.
See, I don't think I've ever been called one to my face.
Well, in my field, I've worked with a lot of very misogynist men who I may not have clocked that initially, but as time went on, they didn't like being told to do by a woman. But it's my name on the marquee. Shut the fuck up. Play the baseline away. I said play it for my motherfucking song.
Still the help.
And so that makes you a bitch when you say, you know what, that's actually, even if you say it pleasantly, it's a fire baseline, but it don't go with my vision. I would do this one instead. I'm a bitch because of that. And that's okay. Right. I'll be that bitch for you.
Right.
Pack that shit up. Get the fuck out of this rehearsal. No, I'll get somebody else. So that has happened.
Wow.
And that's cool. I'm cool with that.
You've had to.
Because I don't have to, just because that's your experience of me and your la la land, because it's a male-centered world and that's what you wanted for yourself, it ain't gotta be my reality. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So or don't. It's really that simple. You can get this check or don't.
Period.
I'll be that bitch.
Period. But we just talking about standing up for ourselves,
Right.
But it's as women, we're fed that narrative of being docile or damsel in distress. So I mean, and in the world we living in now, it seems to work for some people,
Oh yeah,
because people. That's kind of the dream for most women is the the whole trad wife.
And I'm not gonna yuck your yum. If that's what you want, baby, do it. But I ain't gotta swallow it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think ultimately every woman's dream is to be able to rest. But it's just what does rest look like to you?
What does it look like?
Right.
And that's different for everyone.
It is. I think that no one ever really looks at why a woman becomes so strong. We always
go there. That's real.
We always hear strong black woman, angry black woman, this. All these adjectives. The what, not the why. The how. And that's something I feel just in my own experiences and experiences of other women I know and love.
Absolutely.
The full story is not really illuminated.
Ever.
The rooter to the tutor is not really orchestrated, so you see the journey to why I ended up the way I am. Why you want to call me masculine. Why you want to call me too hard. Why you want to call me blah, 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 this, that, and the third. There's always a journey.
Yeah.
No one comes out the womb karate chopping niggas.
Period.
I mean, I kind of did low key, but...
Nobody said except but to your point, no. And nobody asked that question, and I believe that's by design. I don't think that's by design that you don't ask questions. Yeah, but it's also, because it's easier for you to take advantage. Yeah. And acknowledging the full story for most, for lack of better words, normal functioning human beings, you see the full story, you will likely want to make a change. And most people don't want to change.
Right.
That's a sad thing to say, but the reality is most people don't want to change. And even the people who have a desire to change, it takes a great deal of effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to change your body, it's not going to happen in a week. You got to change the way you eat. You got to work out. You got to do it's a lot of things to change.
Yeah.
You want to change the way you want to change something. Anyway.
The way you think.
The way you
that's
think.
The number
it
one.
requires a lot
right.
of practice. It requires a lot of you. It requires sacrifice. Most people don't want to give shit up. You're comfortable. This is what you know.
Right.
So no, you don't want to know the woman's whole story because then that affects your life. You don't want to affect your life.
And what's required with, with knowledge comes responsibility.
Yes. They don't want that.
So it's like that.
They don't want that.
Without that, you can keep your rose-colored glasses. Like Dick Gregory saying, like once you put them on, you can't take them off. So some people want to just
can't take them off.
You
in it.
You or fool or all them type of terms.
I feel like at one point I was ashamed of my story. You know what I mean? Or like the way I was. But I've realized like every part of me is like worthy.
Ooh.
The good, the bad, the ugly. It's all worthy. It's all a part of CJ. So that probably was a big part of my healing journey in general. Was just like figuring that out. Like, why are you so fucking mad at yourself?
Yeah.
You're literally a product of your circumstances, of your parenting, of experience, education. Like you literally, you've always done. We need to give ourselves more credit. Everybody do. Like this is just the PSA for me.
Well, spiritually, shame is a weapon of the adversary. You ask me. As is guilt. Now, I think those things are very different from conviction. When you feel convicted about something, that's something going against your own code, the code of the Most High within you. You like, ooh, I went against my code. I ain't right. But shame, what the fuck I got to be ashamed for? That I showed up the best I could and it went away. Maybe I didn't like it, and now I'm changing it. I ain't ashamed of shit. I'm always figure it out.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. I'm a human. Ain't nobody died. Came back. Knocked on my door. Said, Lori, I'm back from the dead. This is what happened, girl. That's my first look. What my boy say? I don't know. I just got here.
Right.
This is our first go around. This is our first go around on earth that we are aware of.
Yeah.
I don't carry shame anymore. I don't believe in shame.
Yeah. That's good.
Because
it's like a weapon you use against yourself.
Absolutely. It really is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
And it's a strong one because you're the one wielding it.
Yeah. Right.
It's in turn. That's why I say it. I think that's a tool of the adversary. Yeah. I bind it, announce it, and I'm speaking those shackles off all my sisters because you ain't nothing to be ashamed of. You did the best you could with what you had.
Period.
A bar.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I might have to write that down. Remind me of that.
We got it.
Take those shackles off my feet so I can dance.
I just
That's a good one. Yeah, come on. Shout out to Murray.
Right, real talk though. Like, we them type of for sure. What? We go way back then.
Man.
That was a bop too.
It was. They like really straddled that fence.
Yeah.
Like R&B. They was on the Wiz.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wiz.
That's when the Wiz had a
little
class.
Saturday, like, I just put on the praise. That's right.
It was lit.
On the praise.
That's what's up. Nah, that was good stuff.
And they could sing. I mean,
singing they buzz.
They still going for real. And you've done a lot of different things. I see that for you, like how you're stretching yourself to just get back to your creative space. What that looks like for you, like you can do anything, even internationally. It'd be a lot of artists from the United States that blow up in a random country. Internationally. You know.
Like, I know a lot of them. Yeah, they be over there making money.
See,
doing numbers.
You just don't know. So I definitely could see that for you and really enjoy your performances and how you connect with the crowd. It's like a whole experience. Like, if y'all ever get a chance, you still at Ghost Baby?
I am.
All right. Yeah, like
every second Thursday.
Yes.
Second Thursday.
Ghost Baby if you're in Cincinnati area. She is singing down there, and it's an amazing show if you ever get to go. Like, you got to get on the list. It ain't like that. You can't just
It ain't one of them.
It ain't one of them. So, you got to be him or her.
And dude, make a reservation so you're going to be waiting. I tell you.
For real.
But we got some good venues in the city. So, what would you say is like your favorite thing about performing live?
You know, music is a spiritual exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So, I give and I get in real time. And that's my thing about live performance. It's also very much one night only. Hashtag happy drink girls, but there's just something so iconic, moving, spiritual, rare about performing live, because you really only get that moment on that stage once.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, versus like going to record a track.
Right.
And I don't mean to say it dismissively because I am in that space, but like, it's different.
It's
like,
manufactured.
It is. You can run it back like, all right.
Most just know like this. No.
Whether you nailed it the first time or not, like Peaks and Valleys, my most popular song, that whole song is my first take.
Wow.
It was just so, but it wasn't my only take.
Right.
Live performance,
mm-hmm.
You get one take, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That energy is nothing
it's
like
a different energy.
It's the same with like theater. Like I went to school for theater.
Yes, girl,
Being on stage in a play, whether or recording film, two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, that energy exchange changes everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because it's so raw and in the moment, to me, that's what makes it, it's all art, but it makes it a certain kind of art.
Yeah.
That is a real lived experience. Like, if I sing it that night and I'm going through some shit and I cry, you was in the audience that night, Lauren cried.
You just had to be there.
To cry.
Yeah.
She was on, I'm telling you, she releasing something tonight.
The moment can never be repeated.
Right. It can never be repeated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody can, I don't give a fuck how many shows you come to and you scribble notes and you copy set lists. You ain't never doing it like that.
Right.
Because I'm connected to the music, the song. I'm in my
and
space.
The energy of that audience.
And the energy in that room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes, you know, you might see an artist, like somebody recording, they like, y'all whack in here. Like, is y'all, hello?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Like,
no,
this thing on.
Right, it's true.
And learning to navigate that.
Yeah.
That has been an experience too. Like,
have you ever had any situations like that?
So it's crazy. One recent show, it was interesting in that we came out, we did our thing, and the audience was so quiet. Like they clapped, they cheered and everything at the end. But it was weird, like that particular space we occupied, they usually be in there, you know, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I later found out, like, it was a lot of people from out of the country. So you have a different etiquette.
Different culture.
Observing how you receive and feel music was a learning experience for me. I was like, oh, it was cool. I was literally just, we chatted about it, and I chatted with the people, and they came up to me after the show, tipped very well. And we're talking, and a lot of accents. I'm like, oh, it's a thing going on. Okay. And I appreciated the love. It was just interesting, like, to see how it is, the love is given.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. When I tell you could have heard a pin drop while I was singing, which was a form of respect.
Right.
In their space. And it is. Like, I love
if
people shut the fuck up and listen. You know, I'm not just a party planner out here giving y'all some music for you to drink to. Like, listen to the shit. But
that's real though.
I usually have a different reaction to that if it's like a strict show or I marketed it that way, you know, where it's like, it's a listening room, I want you to feel something, or if it's a duo and I come out and it's a big crowd and I start singing, it falls quiet. I'm like, ooh, I did something there. when it's the full band and we just vibing, I'm like,
right.
It was a little different. You know?
Right.
I was like, this is a different room. But it was just a different way of, you know, conceptualizing and receiving what was being given. Mm-hmm. And so I be having like just real moments on stage. I literally would listen and look like, I wonder what I'm singing. You know, my mind be moving, but I'm also talking to myself all the time. Like, I wonder what the hell this about. Mm-hmm. I see her. I'll be my eyes
scanning the crowd.
Having glasses, I'll be looking.
It happens.
I can tell though, because
people don't realize when you're up there and you're in your mode. There's like a pivot in your brain. Like I could always find my mom in the crowd, her smile, or someone's hat. It'd be the stupidest little thing, but you focus on like the smallest crazy
see stuff,
shit.
you notice stuff, and it also varies. Like some nights, love y'all, but I ain't even.
It'd be
I
a
don't even
blur.
know y'all.
It'd be a blur.
I came with some shit on my
just hella
little, and now my stage is my altar, and I need to lay some shit down.
Right.
Yeah. And then that's what those nights where it's like, I don't even remember. It was good. What I do? Right. I black out. I just be up there. I have a lot of shows I have no recollection of.
But that's truly a gift too. You know, that's almost meditation. That's almost ascension. Like,
go home to like a
whole hell out of body experience, girl. You done ran 10 laps.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had the pleasure of seeing you perform several times now, and I'm always so pleased.
Thank you. I received that.
You're good at what you do, baby.
I received that.
Speaking of, like, when did you, like, I always ask people who can sing this, because, like, I feel like everybody think they can sing to a certain extent, but, like, when do you, like, how do you know you can really sing? Like, was it somebody that pointed it out? How old were you? Like, what was the circumstance? Church? What was going on?
You know what? I always thought I could sing. So that's that. I just been singing all my life.
It starts with a thought, guys.
I knew that I loved to sing. And wasn't nobody gonna tell me nothing. I love to do it and I was gonna do it. And that was that. But I knew other people thought I could sing.
That's what matters.
I was at Ami. What was I, 6th grade?
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah.
Dang.
We go back to the end though. We go back.
Exactly.
See?
You know, fine.
Yeah.
It was like 6th or 7th grade of the first year there. It was around that time though. Had the Black History performance.
Okay.
This
was your first time?
Because I still got video. My mom had like your little video footage.
So
that we watched
it. Oh my God.
And they cast me as Billie Holiday.
Wow.
Because my choir teacher was like, this bitch can sing. And I'm like, put that flower in my head up on the
You had your hair slicked back like in the boat?
I did.
You better, if you gonna do it, you better do it.
What song was it?
Strange
It
Fruit.
was not Strange Fruit.
I'm gonna sing y'all a video.
I'm
gonna sing y'all a video.
We need
6th
a
grade.
clip.
We gonna have down some of our content.
Roll the clip.
Right.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I'm weak. But no, they had
I really love that though.
That's deep.
And what's crazy, what came full circle for me, I didn't know what they explained what the song was about, you know, and at that young age you receive it a different way.
Of course.
Later in life I want to sing that song, and I think of Little Lauren. I sang that song.
You ain't even know how bold you was.
And it was the recording. I can't remember the year, but it was a very specific recording she did. She was going through a lot, Billy was. She might have been high on the recording, I don't know. But she was really heavy in the drugs, and it was but you could feel her pain in the recording. And I remember listening to that song over and over and over as a kid. My mom was like, Lord, get out and yelling. I'm trying to go to sleep. But I got out there and sang that song, and that crowd lost it. And I remember, I'm going to send y'all the video, I promise. I'm going to try to find it. I know I got a clip on my phone somewhere. I was moved by the response. So I just started cheesing. I was a cute little girl, just, you know. And I was a very shy girl. Like, in my own way I am. I was bullied in school, you know, cute girl. I was just see little Lauren. I was shy, but I loved to sing. And I remember that was when I knew, like, oh, dude.
I feel like,
because after the show, we in the hallway and stuff with my parents, and all these adults are running up to them like, I need to get that girl. You know what I mean? They're like, no, she can sing.
Right, yeah.
And I'm looking up like, well, if these grown-ass motherfuckers think I can sing, I must be able to sing.
Yeah,
so that's what I thought. I was like, I might have something here. And after that, I was singing at everything.
That is
me and Malik.
I was gonna say, I remember, like, I feel like I was there.
Me and Malik.
My little brother, shout out.
That's right, boo.
Malik. One of her BFFs. I know them that long.
That's my BFF. I remember we did like a little Spanish celebration performance, and it was Guantanamera. Not
Guantanamera.
Me and Malik gonna go up to the teacher like, can we just jazz it up a little bit? Girl, we sitting up singing Guantanamera on stage, riffing. Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. We were out of pocket, Malik, but it was a sign to who we are, though.
Right.
No, it makes
I remember the
sense.
first time seeing him perform. Like, I knew he used to be doing little stuff in his room. And you know, he used to keep his door closed. So
don't be playing. Don't
we
be
couldn't
playing.
go in his room. We
Don't
didn't
be
know what he
talking
was doing
about
in
Malik.
there. But
He was becoming a superstar.
He was.
That's what it was. Yep. That's what we be doing.
One day, yeah, like that. We came and watched the performance. They were like the Temptations.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think Malik was David Ruffin.
Oh,
That was his solo. That was his song.
That was his solo.
I got it on video too. I'm sending her that clip.
I was like, what is going on?
You couldn't tell us nothing.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
But that's when it's
but
born.
y'all are so talented, and I love you both.
Thank you.
Yes.
But that kind of stuff is born at that age.
That's why art is so important in school.
Yes, it is so important.
We went from Eastern Hills to and although they had good art programs, if you ask me, like stuff that I still remember to this day. Even when I'm doing my makeup, like I'd be like, oh yeah, the shading and shadow. Like, come on now.
It is very important. It is so important.
I mean, that's when I feel like I really kind of found myself in high school. Is when I started getting involved in theater and stuff.
Art is expression.
It is.
So like that's always the first thing to go in school. Like,
and I hate it. I hate that.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a suppression of life. If you
ask
me, it's not cool.
Every kid needs that.
Absolutely.
Whether they're talented or not.
Or not. You know, you learn, at least as a human, you learn how to exercise another part of your brain.
Exactly.
Which a lot of professionals, like corporate America professionals, lean on. My apologies. That's my mama. She got to chill. They lean on that for their relief.
Right.
And things like that, So I do stop taking it out of schools. More certain.
Right.
I'm not cool with it.
It is very sad.
It's not cool.
And we come from an artsy city.
Yeah.
You know?
Cincinnati is.
I think we might take it for granted a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we just used to it. It's everywhere.
Yep.
We see murals, like,
Absolutely.
people are artists, so it's just, oh yeah, we take it for granted, but that's not really.
It's not the reality for everybody. It's not.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be in a room with two artists, in different ways.
Yeah.
Two strong women.
Two black
strong. And I hate to see, we keep saying, why do we go there first? Strong. But I saw you perform a lot too. I remember you did 4 Color Girls, some years back, and me and my mom was sitting in there crying like, and my mom, she come up to you, Clara, you know how my mom is. Like,
oh my!
She was ranting and raving, but she did amazing, So 2 very captivating women,
Thank you, friend.
It's
hard work. People don't realize. They see the shiny suits and what I mean?
They see the show.
Yeah, the show, the lights.
They don't see
it's
the
a lot behind the scenes.
What goes on behind. Yeah. That's why I don't necessarily condone how much actors get paid per se.
Yeah.
Or performers, artists, musicians. But
it's a lot of
when you get to a certain level,
the preparation,
the sacrifice.
Michael Jackson, think that.
I don't think in Cincy, I love the city, but we're gonna call a spade, and I'm gonna keep it real. They're not paying musicians enough.
No,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Higher tier of pay, and it still ain't enough for y'all to be raking in what y'all rake in on the night that I do sing.
Damn.
Even if you ain't got no artists, just people coming out, they want to drink. So you already you making enough to pay these musicians fairly, and I do believe that a lot of spaces and venues in this city take advantage of artists, and I really want that to stop.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, who
that are working,
and a lot of them want a chance. And some of them, you know, have made a business out of it, but these rates is crazy. Ain't cool.
See,
ain't cool. So hopefully that changes. But
yeah, what's up? Like, we love art. What's up with y'all?
But to your point, it is a lot of preparation. Like, yes, behind the scenes of like where there's, you know, lights, rehearsal, feeding people at the rehearsal, gas, getting where you gotta go, all those things. You also have personal preparation. Like, I'm sure certain scripts require you to go to certain places. Certain songs, I don't even like to sing.
Yeah. You channeling something.
It's something else going on. Like, I love Peaks and Valleys, my most popular song, but I don't like to sing. I like to sing it. I want to say that. It's a lot for me to sing it, so I don't include it.
Because you go back to where you were.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very moving song, and I'm grateful for that. That's what you want as an artist. But it's draining.
Yeah.
It's a draining song to sing, not only with the notes being sang and all of that, but what you talking about. Like, I cry every time I sing these songs. And like, it's a good show for y'all, but it's life for me. I'm like, I ain't no goddamn show monkey.
Right.
I'm out here trying to sing. Now you done witnessed me in a very vulnerable moment, and you don't even know me.
Right.
That's another thing about being an artist, and like, you know, this new
People
social media shit.
Respect.
People think they know you. And I think that's part of the point, right? Like, you want to feel like you know me. That's a marketing element of it. But when somebody pull up on you like they know you and you don't know them, it's weird, for lack of better words.
Scary.
Or when people infiltrate your space, posing as if they have a certain intention, and then you clock like, oh, you a fan. It's weird.
Yeah.
Because you was never here to get to know me. Or some people are sent. We all have a purpose. We all have an assignment. I believe that. And there's some motherfuckers on this earth whose assignment is to do the work of the adversary. Steal, kill, and destroy. Damn. You want to steal joy. You want to kill hope. You know what I mean? Like, we could go through the list, but like, dead ass, there are some people, leeches, you know, energy suckers, vampires, and I don't want to, hey guys, everybody be living life, but also like, keep the discernment up, because there are people who do not have. Period.
But we say that's a balance to the earth. There's balance to the universe. So
for all that light, there's gotta be
see the goodness in others. You gotta know that the other exists too.
Yes,
so it's just an awareness.
And if you don't have that awareness, you leave yourself susceptible to predators. And I'm fresh into my 30s, and it requires a certain level of discernment. Like, I'm not about to keep making the same mistakes.
Right.
I'm not about to keep doing that. Because the time it takes to heal the damage done, what Judge Drew today? I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time to be wasting. Like,
so I should go. That's Judge Drew's number one fan right there.
I need to go to meet her.
That's my girl.
She's a Libra. Shut up.
We ain't got time for all of that. It's time to learn the lessons and keep it pushing. And it's okay to be selective and to keep sacred ground for yourself and for people who love and know you.
Putting up boundaries, that's what it sounds like.
My therapist the other day said, sounds like you are respecting and honoring your boundaries. You're right.
You're right, girl.
You're right, girl. Thank you.
So, just to kind of go back to the word, are y'all okay with being a bitch?
Good segue. We're talking about respecting boundaries.
Are y'all okay with
Sometimes putting up those blockades comes off as being a bitch. Well, it's weird called, but really it's just standing up for yourself.
Yeah, right.
Those types of things. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You should. And as a woman, low key, you need it more. Mm-hmm. You can be taken advantage of as a child,
Absolutely.
Just because of what you have, what you're guarding.
Have some boundaries. I'm okay with being called a bitch. Yeah. I don't care.
Because most of the time, like in my situation, it was probably just like some walking down the street. Or I don't answer the
Who
cat
you
calls.
calling a bitch?
Yeah, type like Queen Latifah.
Man, she was cold, man.
Yeah.
She's still cold.
She is.
Yes.
She one of those too.
Talk about, triple
threat
kind of.
She is one of those.
She's one of those too. So just like that type of moment. So yeah, you can say whatever. Most of these people, that's all they know to say. Mm-hmm. They got 10 words in they.
And I don't care what you. I don't really care for the most part, unless you're a part of my tribe or village, and I value it. I don't care what you think. Like I told the story about the musician or whatever. Like I've just had to deal with that a lot. It's like I don't care what you think is a bitch. I care about. I don't care. I don't mind being called a bitch because I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. I really don't. I do care about being one. Right. And I think that's a difference on what my definition of it is.
Right.
I'm not trying to be nasty to people. I'm not trying to be... So I show up in a way that I'm proud of. I can look in the mirror. It's respect. So much so I know that in certain spaces I can have a tone. Mm-hmm. So I'm working with a team. Generally... If I know, because sometimes, business and personal don't mix. But I've had a few situations where I had close people to me working with me on a project. I know my tone in business can be perceived as bitchy. Mm-hmm. Now, if it was a man coming into a room, like, all right, everybody, look, this is what we're going to do. Yeah. This is set list, yeah, they never call him a bitch. So I want to make that clear. Right. I'm not being a bitch. But I still do.
I'm just running things as a leader.
Yes. But to a level, I care. So, because I know that, because I know you might know me in a personal space, it may be very feminine. You might not ever hear me talk like that unless I'm coming into here like, that's not it. We got to do this, blah, blah, blah. And so I'll have a conversation with some people like, hey, okay, so we're about to go into the video shoot. If at any point you feel offended by my tone or like anything, just pull me aside and just say that. Because then we can have a conversation there. I can step out of business mode and just explain to you like, oh, it's not personal, blah, blah, blah. But when you are managing a team of, I don't give a damn if it's 10, but up to 30, and you're trying to get a production done.
Yeah, people
you don't have time.
I don't.
People
it's not about my tone.
It's not. And if you grow up in that industry, you know that. Some people don't, and they don't know. Some people don't care. The ego get bruised. But Beyonce said it best. Like, you can be fair in business. You can't be nice. Trying to be nice, get you ran over.
Yeah.
Especially as a black woman, because they don't want to hear what you got to say anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'll give you that in that moment, but I only say it once. After that, at the end of the day, I'm paying you for a job.
Right.
Yeah. So let's all get in here and get it done.
And you do it or
not.
And
if you think I'm a bitch for coming in here and doing my job and making sure you can do yours, I don't care.
To that I say thank you.
Period. Merci beaucoup. Grazie.
I've never had a problem. I've been a bitch since birth, like Claire was talking about.
I don't have a problem
always stood for things.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
I've always
had
a pretty cutthroat mentality.
Absolutely.
I don't know where it comes from.
But I will say it's gotten me further than it's gotten me behind.
I agree.
Decline.
I agree. And it also comes with knowing yourself, right? Like, I know who I am.
Right.
For the people who know me, I'm a little sweet baby Lauren. I really don't be on that smoke like that. Like, I don't, if I'm coming with smoke, if I'm coming with some type of smoke, you ask for that. So, deal with it.
Period.
But generally, I know myself. And if you feel offended by something I say, I don't mind you coming to me. Let's have an honest conversation. Come talk to me.
Right.
I don't like that silly shit, bro. Don't be tiptoeing around shit. Have a conversation. Let's get it done. I'm very confrontational in that way.
The nice versus kind, like,
let's just
type of thing.
Yeah,
like, I'm kind. I'm not nice though.
Just come to me, speak on it. We can have that. Anything else, I feel like is a personal thing. Like I'm not.
And sometimes you ain't got time to take on other people's projections.
I just
don't. Like, all right, you struggle with that. Not today.
And it's your exactly. That's it.
I gotta go to Ollie.
I don't have time to coddle this weakness.
Judge Judy, I gotta get it done.
She's.
It's not my.
She is not.
Your insecurity isn't my issue.
Right. I don't have to.
You think I'm a bitch because you have an idea of how I should be showing up and speaking as a black woman.
Right.
That ain't on me, it's on you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your image that you maintain.
Period. Get it done or don't.
Here's the reality. It's like, no.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of us are just getting tired of is exactly the E word, expectations.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dangerous little thing there.
One thing that I always say is like expectations come from what you would do.
Has nothing to do, right?
It don't got nothing to do with that
Got
person.
nothing to do with me. That's on period.
Yeah, so you're projecting yourself on others
Absolutely
in that moment. So you got to bring it back. This is what I would do. And it ain't what Jesus would do. Because I'm about to slap right now.
Nah, for real.
I'm crying like it sure ain't what Jesus is doing to you right now.
Right now. Okay, so here's the way we can close out. So when we first kind of got together, we all toasted and popped a fresh champagne bottle straight out of France from the first place where champagne was from.
You smacked the
Bottle.
She's so hype. You got to put a picture of the bottle.
Right, we do.
I'm crying.
We all picked a word what we're popping the bottle to. So let's go back around, say what your word was, explain why, and then we'll close out.
Yeah, I like that. Oh shit, Lauren. It started with an A.
Was it abundance? It was
Ascension.
Oh, thank you. Ascension. I took all of that and I did the one. Yeah, ascension. I'm choosing to ascension.
To ascension.
Yes.
Now, what does the word mean?
Quite literally, I recently moved, and I'm moving higher up. Beautiful views of like a little bird in a nest, and everything around me that I keep seeing in signs has flight. My hummingbird, all the beautiful birds I can see in the trees.
Yeah.
It's like a little caterpillar creeping off so it can get in this cocoon, become a butterfly.
Oh my God.
And I just feel like it's a season of ascension for me. Like God has set me apart and higher up and hidden to a degree so that I can transform.
That's beautiful.
From a higher ground. So that's what I want.
Cheers to that.
Yes.
That's
I
beautiful. Okay. My word was abundance. So we're popping to abundance. So we were talking about how this is episode 8, which is quite fitting. 8 is a number of abundance. And when you add up 2024, 2024, it's 8. So we're in an 8 year. So I just, I know this is the year of big things happening. They're already happening, they're in the midst. So just, be looking out for the beauty in that. Whatever that looks like in your life. I think a lot of people associate abundance only with money in a sense.
Yes.
But you can be abundant in many things.
Yes, you can.
In health. Like I feel like I am learning the most and the healthiest I've ever been, currently. Just things like that. You can be abundant in other things. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yes. Woo. And kind of backing off that, like prosperity, I feel is the same way. Like it doesn't really have to do with dollars or cents. Like I want to prosper in myself. I want to prosper. I want to learn more. I want to gather more information. I want to love myself more. I want to just be bigger and better. That's it. Like that's prosperity to me. Is like growth. And I'm just welcoming better health, better everything.
Well,
just like
better friendships, better familiar. Like my family relationships and friend relationships, I put a lot of energy into doing those. Like you can be rich and abundant and prosperous in that, ascending in those things.
Absolutely.
So it's all a journey, and we can't neglect any part of it. And that's what Smoke and Word Podcast is all about.
Preach.
That's all we know. What you're all about. Your music is really getting down deep into the roots. So thank you for joining us.
We loved it.
We loved it. It's been an amazing episode.
I've had time in my life. I feel close to myself, and I hope that those listening recognize that energy is neither created nor destroyed, simply transformed.
Oh,
so some shit feel like it's coming to an end, and it's really not. It's a new beginning. And I hear that and feel that resonated in everything we're talking about. Like, might be the end of one chapter, but a new one awaits, and it's just as beautiful, if not more beautiful.
And unlocking a new level of beauty, even in your perspective.
Yes.
Wow, ladies, what a great combo.
Well, we wish you the best and everything you got coming up.
Thank you, and likewise.
We'll be coming to see you perform.
Yes,
I can't wait to tune in the rest of this.
Yeah.
I feel like I can learn some things.
Man, we got a couple on the deck.
Yeah, tune in.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes.
All the things. Listen to our playlist.
Yeah,
we got some good things going for y'all. We're on YouTube if you prefer to visually watch. We're on the podcast networks if you like to listen while you're doing other stuff, working out in your car, whatever. So we're doing it the right way. Come on, work with us, y'all.
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you, the Lord.
Tap
Elyse.
in.
Tap
Thank
in.
you.
Peace.